Hey guys, Mark Foreman here, coming to you from my astronomy desk in my Orange, Texas backyard with your 32-hour lunar eclipse cloud forecast. This is a website known as or called astrospheric.com. It's like the best thing I've found as far as trying to figure out cloud cover, light pollution areas, everything. So what I've got here for you is the 1 a.m. forecast for the entire United States. I'm down here probably right above that O in Houston, in Orange, Texas, and looks like I'm going to be a bust. Most of northeast Texas is also going to be clouded out. There's this little band that I'm watching of cloudless area, but I'll show you as I put the clouds in motion here in a minute. It's kind of iffy. San Antonio's down here in the cloudless area. As far as the northeast, everything looks really good. Toronto, you're clear skies. Way to go, Dan. And down in Florida a little bit. This area right here is Terlingua, Texas, the Big Bend area of Texas, the darkest skies you'll ever wish to find. And they look certainly clear. The only problem is that's 800 miles away from me, so I'm not going to make that on a Thursday afternoon drive. So let me zoom in a little bit on Texas. As you can see, Houston is probably not going to see much. San Antonio's looking good. Austin, maybe. Dallas, you're going to be coming out of the clouds, so you may or may not see anything there. West Texas looks fantastic. Carlsbad, you're looking great. But let me zoom in a little bit further. Actually, let's go ahead and put it into motion. Let me back up to, this is Thursday about right now. This is 24 hours from now. I'm actually looking fantastic here in Orange. In fact, everywhere except Central Texas is clouded out. Now I'm going to put it into motion. Now remember, the eclipse starts at about 1:26, lasts about an hour, but what I want to photograph is about an hour before and an hour after, so I can get the partial eclipse and kind of make a little time-lapse movie on it. So I need to be watching for anywhere from 12:30 to 3 a.m. So let's put it into motion, and I'm going to stop it at 3 a.m. So here we go. It started and stopped. Well, that's 5 a.m. So you can see, let me back it up. There's these two cloud boundaries, I guess you'd call it, and I'm no weatherman. I'm kind of making this up as I go. Back up a little bit more. They just come and just squash southeast Texas. I mean, just pummels it. So just about anywhere down here is not looking good, unless I want to gamble and go for maybe the lakes area up here, or the Huntsville area, all the way down to, there's Columbus, Luling, San Antonio. I'm really not sure. So let's close this, and I'll show you what I use for my forecasting. Little green dots here are some points of interest I wanted to talk about, so let's go straight to orange. So as you can see, Thursday's kind of but you get into about right there, 12 o'clock, I've got 71, 65, 105. These are different weather models. Pretty much going to be toast, clouded out. I got another one up here, the lakes area. This is Toledo Bend and Lake Sam Rayburn. This is Lake Livingston. But right there, that's actually a pretty dark sky area, getting close to Toledo Bend. And it's a toss-up, you know. It's a risk, but that's only about 100 miles away from me. So I'd love for that to be the location that turns out to be clear. Let's bounce all the way down to here. This is Spring, Texas, where a huge chunk of my family lives, and they're looking, you know, good. And again, it gets iffy right there. They're going to get squashed by those two fronts, or two boundaries, whatever you want to call them. Going further out to Columbus, Let's go to Thursday at midnight or Friday morning. Looking good, looking pretty good, getting kind of scary, and then you're going to see some clouds. And finally, San Antonio. I did not want to have to drive 300 miles, but they are pretty much in the clear. So I'm going to have to think about that. These forecasts come out about every 8 hours, I think. So maybe tonight for the midnight, if I'm still up, I'll see what the forecast looks then. But by 5 p.m. tomorrow this time, I'm going to have to make a decision. You know, I would love to see that they're wrong about orange, but I've been watching this for some time and it hasn't been looking good. That's really your weather forecast. Let me show you some other neat stuff though that this thing does that I really like. Let's go back to the satellite view. You can see the light pollution. This Bortle scale, Dan, I'm thinking of you. Darkest of 1, you'll see in the blacks way out here, and like the downtown Houston, that's your 9s. You'll be lucky to see the moon. Well, not really, but you certainly can't see many stars. Give you an idea about me, I am somewhere up in this area in Orange, Texas. So I'm at a mid Bortle 5 to the dark Bortle 5, the low 5s, I would say that I'm at. That place that I wanted to go up around the lakes area, this is incredible. I mean, check this out. They're in Bortle 3, and this is only about 75 miles, 80 miles from here, and you are out in the sticks. The only problem is it's what's called the big thicket area. There's lots of trees, so you got to find a clear spot. Of course, as I said, Houston's pretty bad. The Spring area, if I had to bug out to there, is pretty bad. The good part is I'm looking at the moon. I'm not looking at stars or distant nebulae or galaxies. So the moon would come through. You could almost see the moon in a bright Buc-ee's parking lot, which I've considered that as a location as well. San Antonio, again, has a lot of big city light issues, but it drops pretty quick, which I found surprising, how quickly it does. In fact, down here, not far from San Antonio is a pretty dark Bortle 4. So, but this is just a neat little tool that I like to play with. It's free. I am a subscriber to it, so I get a few extra bells and whistles. But anyone can check it out, astrospheric.com. So, again, wish us luck down here, but it looks like for me to see the lunar eclipse, I'm going to have to pack up the gear and bug out to somewhere. So I hope you liked my little weather forecast. Maybe I'll give you another one tomorrow, or at least I'll show you a video of me loading the truck and driving somewhere. Because, like I said, doesn't look good for orange. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you next time.